Your press-on nails just not lasting 2 weeks and just popping off. This video will tell you exactly how to make sure that they don't come off at all. 2, 3+ weeks. Every order comes as an application kit: glue, alcohol wipes, buffer, cuticle pusher, and file. So you can use those that come with, but if you want something a bit more long term, then these are the tools that I use. So I have two different cuticle pushers. I have this purple one. The purple one is not my favorite, to be honest, so I prefer this gold one. That angle of the cuticle end, I feel like it does such a good job of removing the cuticles, pushing it up off the nail, and just giving you the best chance to, like that, all the cuticle dead skin has been pushed up. So this is my favorite. There is a flat end that you can use as well, which you'll see that I use here, but look at that cuticle. It's like just coming up like butter. I don't have to put any pressure onto it. It's just coming straight up, and it's just really super easy, super beginner friendly, and you'll see that just how much easier it is to do your press on, like do your prep for your press. Using nippers is optional. I just feel like it gives you a cleaner look. So if you do choose to use it, please be careful and take your time with it. I also want to talk about how important prep is, and I think people do really forget about it. It is crucial to making sure your press-ons last as long as they do. And if you're a beginner or trying out, or this is for any nail extension, please take your time with your prep. I know people want to rush through it and get it done quickly and then off they go. But when you're starting out, I would spend 5, maybe 10 minutes on your prep alone just to make sure that you can get the best longevity out of your press-ons. So please don't rush it. Take your time and look at your nails and look how best you can really prep your nails. Once you've pushed your cuticles back, time to buff those nails. You want to lightly buff. You do not want to remove a layer of nails. So lightly buff so there's no shine. As you can see, the one on the right shiny, the one on the left is how it should look. This is very important to remove any nail dead skin that you didn't get up. And then I'll go into with a file around my cuticles because I have very harsh, thick cuticles, and I just do it very lightly, very slowly in the corner, nothing, no heavy pressure. And then I wipe everything down with alcohol, making sure I really get in the sidewalls to make sure there's no file, no nothing in there. And I wait till it goes this pale whitish color. Once I do that, if I feel like there's any shine left on the nail, I will go back and lightly buff that area like I do here. I have very oily nail beds, so I want to ensure that I remove all the oil that I can. Here are two glues you can do, two different type of glues. You have the nozzles, which is standard across press-on world, and then you have one with the brush. I prefer the one with the brush because I have more control and stability when I use a brush, but I'll show you how to use both. So first we have the one with the nozzles. A drop of glue, as you saw, then use the end and to spread it around. If you need a little bit more, then put another dot and use a nozzle to spread it around. Miss maybe a mil of your cuticle area because the press-on that will have the glue, which is what I'm doing now, will fill in that gap and it'll give you more of a seamless look without being big and bulky. And then put the press-on nail at a 45-degree angle like I'm doing here, and then roll it down, get any air bubbles out, hold it down, and you'll see me put it in between my two fingers and rolling it back and forth. This releases any air bubbles, any extra glue, and then I turn it over, grab the nozzle of the glue, see I'm pressing any bubbles out, and then I'm just spreading it out, sealing it in from both ends. So now you do the same technique with the glue brush, or whatever you want to call it. A little bit of glue on the nail, missing the cuticle area, applied glue on the press-on. Do this in thin layers. I know it feels like we're adding too much glue, but my layers are very, very thin. I'm capping the side walls, the edge, putting it on the nails. 45-degree angle, press down, release any air bubbles. You'll see that when I apply that base down, that press on down, the base, there's no air bubbles, you'll be able to see it. I think we need to spend more time on our prep than we do our glue. I know it might sound like a broken record, but please ensure that your prep comes before your glue. I think people think they need these strong glues, that's what makes the press-ons last, and this is what's going to change the way that the press-ons last. It is false. It is not true. What's going to make your press-ons last is your prep. Your glue is always secondary to that. Look, there is some shit glues out there, don't get me wrong, and I've tried some, and that's why I currently have a greenie on my nail, because of the shit glue that I use. But generally speaking, prep is the most important thing. So please spend your time learning each step and doing it correctly to ensure you do get those 2 to 3 weeks where, if you need it to be, and especially if you're hard and rough on your nails like I am, following these steps will not only give you longevity, will give you a flawless finish, and people won't even be able to tell that they're press-ons or acrylics. Trust me about that, because no one ever realizes that my press-ons are actual press-ons. So if you want to learn more about press-ons, nail art techniques, and how to actually get your press-ons to stay, please give me a subscribe if you want to learn more, because there's a new video coming out next week.